Hello friends, you're watching English with D, the channel with no jargon, only useful information. Today's lesson is very important because in this lesson we are going to cover the module which troubles most of the IELTS aspirants, and that is writing. In this lesson, you will learn how to attempt writing task 2 essay of type agree, disagree. This type will be covered in 3 separate lectures because in this type of essay there are 3 cases. Case 1. You completely agree with the statement. Case 2. You completely disagree with the statement. And Case 3. You partially agree, which means that you have points on both in favor and against the statement. This video is the first lecture of this 3-part series which will cover Case 1. But before we begin, if you are a new viewer, then subscribe to our channel so that when we upload next lecture of this series, you get the notification. So let's get started. First, let's have a look at the basic structure of this type of essay. Obviously, you will start with introduction, but the point to note here is that your introduction will change according to the case or your opinion. After introduction, we come to body paragraphs. Ideally, you should write 2 body paragraphs and in each body paragraph give 1 or 2 arguments in favor of the statement with examples. And finally comes the conclusion, which is nothing but a brief summary of what you have written in the essay. Now, let's learn how to write the perfect introduction. A common mistake which students make is of simply starting by rephrasing the essay statement. Well, anybody can do that, but if you desire exceptional score, then you have to be different from the crowd and do things differently, which, by the way, is true in every field and not only in IELTS. So, try to start with the good line, but make sure it is relevant to your task like we have done here. After making an impressive start, it is important that you do not digress from the main task, so the next step is to introduce the task or essay statement. And finally, in this type of task, it is absolutely important to make your opinion clear in the introduction so that the examiner knows what to expect in the rest of the essay. Combine these 3 parts and you have the perfect introduction for your essay and a great start. As they say, first impression is the last impression. So never start with the wrong or weak introduction. After finishing your introduction, it is important to first write down points which you will mention in your body paragraph. This exercise is part of your essay planning, which actually should be done at the beginning. Here, since we mentioned social problems first in our introduction, so in our first body paragraph, we will cover social problems, and here are the 2 points which we will write to support our opinion given in the introduction. Take a minute and have a look at the points to be covered ahead. Now, here is the body paragraph which we have prepared using the above 2 points. Notice very carefully that first we have explained the argument 1 and then supported it with the relevant example. Same thing has been done for the second argument but without example because these two arguments are very similar, hence one example is sufficient for both the arguments. Now comes the second body paragraph. Since in our introduction we mentioned two types of issues, social and practical, and we have already covered social issues in first body paragraph, so in this paragraph we will focus on practical issues. Practical in daily life means the things or activities which you execute, so we will relate the daily life activities with the language barrier. As you can see in the body paragraph here, first we discuss the problems and then we give one example of grocery shopping to support our argument. And then we close this paragraph in a similar manner as we did in the first body paragraph. If it is important to start your essay well, it is even more important to end it well, because that is how the examiner will remember your essay. So make sure that your conclusion is as impressive as your introduction. I'm sure you have heard of the phrase, all is well that ends well. The same philosophy applies to your essay. Now, everybody is using the same phrases to start his conclusion, that is, to conclude, in a nutshell, to recapitulate, to reiterate, and many more phrases which examiners are bored to death by seeing in one task after another. Remember what I said earlier? To get exceptional marks, you have to be exceptional or different. So, try to write in a manner which is not common and has been used million times before, as we have done here. You can see the phrase by dint of, and I'm sure no teacher has taught you this phrase before to start your conclusion, and the reason is simple. What they see is what they teach. So every day they see the same phrases and they teach these back to the students, but no more. By dint of means to achieve something with the help of something else, and aforementioned means the things which have been mentioned before or above. So what we are trying to say here is that with the help of above mentioned arguments, we have stated our opinion and achieved what was asked in the essay statement, which is exactly what the examiner is looking for in your essay. So guys, this was the first lesson on how to attempt agree-disagree type of essay. In the next lesson, we will cover case 2, that is how to write the essay when you disagree with the statement. I hope you have enjoyed and more importantly learned key points regarding IELTS Writing Test 2. Once again, new viewers, subscribe to our channel and press the bell button to get the notification for the next lesson on this essay type. And do not forget to like and share this video. Thanks for watching.